Hi everyone, it is Sarah from Serendipity, and today I am going to be doing a food vlog. So I basically have started this new 12-week challenge, and it's through this guy I saw on Instagram. He is a personal trainer and he's located in New Zealand, and I was really interested in working with him because I saw a lot of his transformation pictures between like the clients that started at a certain time and then they finished, and literally like the difference is ridiculous. Like when you see when you see some of the guys who do the transformation and whatnot, they come from like having like fat to literally having like 16 packs, like if that's a thing. So it's pretty unbelievable. And the women who I've seen who have done it look really good too. But it's hard because I haven't seen a lot of women who are like actually heavier. They just started at a pretty healthy weight and they got even smaller and built more muscle. But I'm just trying to lose weight and build muscle, so it's a little different for me. So it cost $100 for 12 weeks. So I was like, okay, I can definitely spend $100 for 12 weeks. That's definitely worth it. I'll do that. And long story short, I signed up, and at first I was worried. I was like, is this gonna be like a scam? Like, is this gonna be a thing where I pay this money and then I never get a workout plan and I never get a diet plan? And like, how's that all gonna work? But fortunately, I got the diet plan this morning at 6:30 this morning. So I woke up and I was so excited because I was really looking forward to getting my diet and exercise plan, because I feel like I need to do something way more drastic. Like, it's frustrating because Weight Watchers is good. I think it's a good thing for people who have their eating under control to some degree and they feel like they can do that lifestyle change. But I felt like it's not that I felt like, it's that I feel like I still don't have total control over my eating, and that really bothers me. So I figured if I follow something that's really strict and that I paid money to do, hopefully I'll stick with it. So I am still seeing a personal trainer. I haven't seen her in like a week or so because I worked all overnights last week, so I was so tired this past week and just kind of out of it. But I'll still plan on seeing this personal trainer who is based in East Rochester, and so I'll see her once or twice a week, and then I'll still do the workouts that this guy Joseph gave me, who's my personal trainer from New Zealand. So he has like 500,000 followers on Instagram, so if that's any indication, he's kind of popular. So that's exciting. So yeah, so let me get right into the food haul, because I planned this all out this week so I could have a good eating schedule and make sure everything was all set and ready to go. So, let's begin, if you want. Okay, so basically this first week is really eating clean. I eat between 2,000 and 2,400 calories a day. So it depends on the day. They're pretty close to each other, but they switch some days. So I'm allowed to eat whatever meal plans I want. Like, there's 7 days he gives you, and each meal is different in those 7 days. But if I want, like, I can eat like day 1 and like eat that 7 days in a row. Or I can eat day 1, 2, and 3 and eat that, 2 times in a row in 1 week. So it's totally up to me. So in order to save money and not to have food spoil, I decided to focus on 3 days that he gave me, day like 1, 2, and 5. So it's all really based around carbs, fats, and proteins, and all the meals have a lot of protein in them. Like my breakfast one morning, I think, well, one of the mornings, they're all the same, but is like 66 grams of protein, which is crazy to me. Like, when I was reading through what I had to eat for breakfast, it was like 8 egg whites, and I'm just like, 8 egg whites? Like, I've never eaten that many egg whites in my life, like at one time. Like, surprising, I know, but it's just like, it's so different and so opposite of what I'm used to thinking. Like, I'm used to thinking 2 to 3 egg whites is appropriate, but he really wants me to get my protein in, make sure I'm eating a healthy amount, and still, making sure I'm not starving myself, because then I will go off the diet and then I will ruin everything. So that's not good. So let me jump right into the food. Okay, the first thing, which is my personal favorite in terms of vegetables, is broccoli. So I bought 3 heads of it. Yeah, I bought 3 heads of it because Joseph said that I need to eat, I think, like a cup and a half of broccoli every time I go through like day 1 or day 2 of my plan. So I wanted to buy enough that would last me for the whole week. And I know that if I don't eat his specified amounts, like if I eat too little, then I won't end up sticking with it. So I wanted to make sure I had everything and was all set with that. So I definitely got enough broccoli, I think. So that's good. So broccoli is the number 1 thing. Oh, so I'm supposed to eat, if I can get it out. Okay, so I'm supposed to eat fish, and it was my choice of what kind of fish I wanted to eat, so I decided on tilapia because it is cheap, and it's cheap, pretty much. It's cheap. So I got that because I love salmon, but I decided that I wanted to switch it up a little bit and try something different. And the crazy thing is that like nothing includes seasoning and nothing includes salt and all that jazz. So I'm used to like breaded tilapia, and like now that I think about it, it's kind of unhealthy. It's pretty unhealthy, but I'm used to like breadcrumbs on top of it and like lemon juice and things like that. So I'll definitely still add things like lemon juice and maybe like some basil or oregano. But I'm not gonna be adding like a lot of seasonings otherwise, because I'm really trying to eat as clean as I possibly can, and that includes like eliminating salt and extra sodium, sugars, and all that jazz. So I'm not drinking any more soda. I'm done with Diet Coke, which is amazing and ridiculous because Diet Coke is my life. And I'm really interested actually to see what happens once I cut out soda. There's no alcohol, there's no processed foods, and there's no like sugars. Like, I mean, I can have like some things that have sugars in them, like fruit and things like that, but I can't have anything like processed sugars or candy or cake or anything like that. So that'll be fine. I don't eat a lot of sweets right now. I eat more like savory foods than sweets, but it's still definitely going to be an adjustment to get used to that. So that's that whole thing. Okay, so some days I'm supposed to eat more than 1 protein in 1 meal. So for instance, one of the days I'm supposed to eat pork sausage. So I wanted to like use a little creative license in this one, and I got hot Italian sausage instead of just regular because I love spicy food, and I don't want everything to be too bland. So I'm really trying to make sure I get in what I need to get in, but also like make it my own a little bit, so I don't get too frustrated with it. So the portion sizes are definitely something a lot smaller, and I'm not used to it. I mean, I start tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. But it's going to be definitely an adjustment, so we'll see. What else did I get? Oh, yeah. So it's so funny because I used to think that, you know, milk and dairy was like not good for me. Like, I thought that I read somewhere once that like dairy and women don't agree, and like you can't have dairy if you're a woman, and like some bullshit like that. So long story short, I'm kind of over that, and I've realized that you can have dairy and be a woman. Who would have thought? So I used to think I could only drink like skim milk, but I'm supposed to drink whole milk. So that will be an adjustment because I've never drank whole milk in my entire life except for in coffee. So we're gonna see how that goes. I think it'll be fine. I think I'll survive, but it's something just to get used to again. Now, some things on the diet actually really surprised me. For instance, pancake mix. So one day in the morning of my meal plans, I'm supposed to have 2 4-inch pancakes in diameter and have 2 tablespoons of maple syrup with that. So that will be good, and I love pancakes, so why not? I got pancake syrup. Another day, one of my meals includes dried apricots. So you're supposed to eat 10 dried apricots as part of my lunch meal one of the days, and so I decided to get 20 because I'm repeating 2 of the meals or the days for during this week. So I only am using day 1, 2, and 3, and I'm just rotating. So day 1 I'll eat 3 times this week, day 2 twice, and day 3 twice. So here's my apricots. Very exciting. I do love apricots though. I really do. I've never had them fresh, but I like them dried. And they were supposed to be dried. That's what the diet said. So I figured raw, or not raw, but like fresh was healthier. But I'm following what the diet says, so I'm doing it. Okay. Now, I'm a little like sketchy when it comes to seafood. Like, some seafood I don't mind at all, and I feel like it's totally fine, and I have no problem eating it. But some seafood I'm just like, bleh, I'm not really into it. But my option was to have deer or shrimp, and I didn't want to eat deer. Like, sorry, I'm not sorry. I don't want to eat deer. So I decided on shrimp. Got shrimp. It's uncooked, and I just realized this, so good job, Sarah. I could have gotten the cooked shrimp, but that'd be too easy. And then I'm supposed to have frozen vegetables with pasta, pork, sausage, and chicken one night. So I just got a little blend. Like, this is a Italian blend, whatever the hell that means. And I got a broccoli, cauliflower, and carrot blend. Because everything is listed in grams, so I really don't know how that equates to ounces or pounds. So I'm trying to I have a scale, so I'm just going to weigh everything. But I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to go about doing it is. So it's just going to take a little bit of a process of elimination, but it's all good. Earlier I talked about the egg whites and the 8 egg whites, so this is a carton of egg whites that's really convenient. One of my old roommates actually introduced me to the egg white carton concept, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. It's kind of crazy. So 3 tablespoons of this is only 25 calories. But it's got 5 grams of protein, which is unbelievable. So it's really nice. And let's see. So 3/4 of a cup is 4 large eggs. So what I'm going to have to do is have about 1.5 cups of this stuff to get 8 egg whites. So, not bad. This will last me for about a week, excuse me. And then one night I have pasta with the frozen vegetables and the chicken and the pork sausage, so a lot of protein. And I thought that carbs would be limited to earlier in the day, but I eat some carbs at every meal, so that's nice. So we'll see. So my favorite pasta is cavatappi pasta. So it's kind of fun. It's like little corkscrews. And it's so dumb. I hate spaghetti. Fun fact, I hate it. Like, I love pasta, I just hate the thin spaghetti. I think it's so weird and doesn't have any taste. So I'm pretty into this. Pretty excited about that. I get to eat pasta. And I figured on a diet I would not be able to, so this is very exciting for me. Alright. So, something else that surprised me about this diet was that it called to eat cheese in the morning. And I've heard of this before. It's recommended to eat cheese in the morning. I don't know the reasons for that, but I'm just going with it because that's what I'm supposed to do, and I want to follow this to a T. So I got Swiss cheese, and they're pretty big chunks, as you can see. I got both of these. This is $10 for both of these. It was one of those situations where I was having a conundrum because I didn't know whether to go to the deli and get the Swiss cheese or to buy it packaged like this. So maybe I spent more than I should have, but I got the cheese like this, so we're just gonna go with it. And it's Jarlsberg, which sounds fancy, and I'm pretty into that. Who doesn't like that? So that's my morning. Ooh, legs asleep, legs asleep. Okay. So I'm pretty into that because I love cheese. That'll be good. One of the days I eat pepperoni for dinner as part of my meal, so I got half a pound of sandwich pepperoni because I figured it'd be a little easier to eat than getting the tiny little pepperonis and just eating like tons of those. And then it called for turkey, so I didn't know what kind of turkey to get. I usually like the one with the black pepper seasoning around the outside, but then she said that they were out of that and they don't carry it anymore, period. And I'm like, you're Wegmans. How do you not carry that anymore? You're supposed to carry everything you've ever carried. But I didn't tell her that. So, long story short, I ended up getting like honey roasted turkey breast, and I got a pound of it because I was supposed to eat a good amount of it for dinner one night, and so I didn't want to buy a whole turkey breast, which was probably that would have been the smarter decision, but I decided not to, so don't judge me. Okay, last but not least, so Joseph is really into something I've discovered, and that is yams. So basically, I bought 6 yams to distribute over the week, and we'll see how that goes because I love sweet potatoes, so I don't really have a problem with it. So that is my food haul for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will keep everybody updated and start writing my blog about my processes and everything that goes along with this whole journey for 12 weeks, so it's 3 months long. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see everybody soon. Thanks!